So I'm a 19 years old guy that just moved out from living with his parents, and now I'm staying completely alone for the next 20 days. And here's my experience. So, little background. I needed to move out from where I was from living with my family because me and my brother found out that our father, the figure of our biological father, was not anymore the person who we thought he was, and we could not tell our mother about that. I'm I'm leaving the details without going too much into details. I'm leaving the rest up to your imagination. And I had to move out because I was forced to live in such a toxic environment. Imagine you have to meet on a daily basis this person that you know he's not the figure who he thought he was. He's not the good old father that you saw and admired and was happy about all of your life, all the days before that. And yet he knows that you know him, and still you have all these good like memories and everything, but he's not that anymore, and you're not that little guy anymore. So you're two different persons. And though you're still forced to put on a mask because you cannot be yourself, because me and my brother couldn't tell our mother, so because we were trying to keep the family as together as possible, at least that part of the family, like half. And we are forced to be something that is simply toxic. So I moved out. And despite the fact that in Italy, nobody, especially of my age, does these kind of things. Nobody will tend to see other places outside. Everybody lives with their families, with their home, and staying quite near the place, and blah, blah, blah. I don't want that. I do not want to achieve that. I don't want that goal. I don't want to be that. So I simply took the steer of my life and drive and did a 90-degree turn to see how it would affect me, and trying not to be that. If you're trying to achieve and doing something which I am currently doing, aka moving out, or simply trying to be better, or simply pretty much being better at gym and content creation, I have a few tips that you can try. First, you should aim to a goal which is something you can rely and something you can simply do quite the rest of your life. I want to mention one thing. This is a bullshit. I am a 19 years old guy that dropped out of school because when you're a kid and you ask a kid, what are you going to do the rest of your life? He is not sure about what the fuck life means. So how can he change? So how can he choose something which he is going to be happy about it? You can not. That is why everybody outside does a work 8 to 5, which is something they hate because they are forced by society to do that, because they simply had to pay the food they eat, pay the rent, to pay the school for their kids. And it's wrong. So I dropped out of school, and because I love the idea of I attended to a 3-year school, a 5-year school, and I did 3 school about cooking and be a chef, and it was amazing. I mean, the school was the worst, but the idea when I started out was incredibly cool, to being able to help others by simply making them happy, improving their day by creating a great freaking meal. It can be something cool. I was thrilled about helping others by doing something like that. But then when I first had the first when I understood how the works actually was on a daily basis, it was not the thing I was hoping for. It was not the thing. So I simply quit it. I believe that running for your life can be good. I believe that it is maybe necessary based on your life. I want to mention, before a few months ago, in this year, actually in the past year, yeah, I've been in the worst places ever. It was the hardest time of my life. I never experienced something like that. The problem we and my brother had with our family simply was not something we were ready for. We went through, we survived, and we are stronger now. But it was something I did not ask for. Now I simply want to help others to be better and not fall, because I believe I could have fallen and not get back up. I hit rock bottom. I went and reached the worst place of my life. I was not happy anymore. I was really, I had mental breakdown, and I also did not have my happy place anymore. And I really was and felt alone, even though actually I was not, because I had as little as you can have somebody, my brother. So I was not alone, though I felt the most stranded in a little island as much as I could remember. I simply felt alone. And it was so scary because I did not have my happy place anymore. I simply was not in the place I was before. So by going out and moving out, I understood that your life depends completely and solely on you. It's an empowering feeling that everything is in your control. You can change and make your life what you want by changing what you do. If you look at, if you go to the gym and see a group of people, 10 people that do curls and have medium biceps, and they are doing like biceps super fast, super bad form, like trying to simply hit their chins instead of doing a curl the right way. And you simply see that by doing that action, you're going somewhere, you're achieving something you do not want. You want a bigger biceps than them, so you simply do not do what they are doing, or simply put it simply, don't do biceps curl with that bad form, and you probably have a better chance of getting what you want, bigger biceps. Or at least you'll have a different outcome than what they are doing, than what they had, and simply change what is that is creating your goal. If you're trying to be better at content creating, you should understand what people are doing that is working. You should focus on what you are trying to do, what you're trying to give to people, your value. And by seeing what works and what do not work, you're simply putting yourself in the right position to be better. You should try and focus on one thing. First, the 80 and 20% rule, which is simply do 80% of your work, of your time, of your energy in something that works, and do 20% of or the rest of your energy or rest of your time in something that may help you achieve that. If you're trying to get bigger quads, and you know that by doing squats and by doing hack squats or a Smith machine quad or those kind of movements, those, are great exercises that help you achieve bigger quads. But if you also try at the end of the workout to add some, 2 sets of leg extension, really high intensity, you see that is probably going to help you achieve your goal, aka bigger, more defined, more strong quads. Or at least you are doing something new, and by changing a bit the thing, if by simply not doing always the same thing, you're doing the best thing you possibly can to achieve success. I, for example, consider myself like a turtle. I mean, you can steer me quite in the direction you want, but you do not. Once I start, I don't stop. I simply am immobile. I don't stop. Though, like I did in the past, if you drive me towards a canyon, I simply keep on going and fuck up completely. That's a way of that is simply how I do things. And though I'm trying to get better and learn to be better, the point is you should aim at something which is something you believe and know as much as you can that you are able to do for a long time, the longest period of time as you possibly can. If you know that for the next, of course it's really hard, but the concept is simply do what you love and do that consistently, because that for me is the key to simply be happy. If you do something which is cool, interesting, and help others, like if you do a job which help others but you don't like doing the thing, you will end up burning out or simply quitting because it's not the thing for you. It's not what you can bring to the world. I believe that anybody has a strong enough power to change somebody else's life by sharing their experiences, by giving helps, by simply anything, by their skills, anything. And you have simply to put the right thing in order to help somebody. You simply have to arrange all the things within yourself, or that you can learn, get and develop over time to help somebody. You simply have to do that long enough to be able to achieve what you can then help others with or into. That's for me a primary factor to simply do the thing over and over again. If you have the talent and you are skilled to be really good at one thing, but you simply don't like the thing, or you keep on doing the same thing and just do that, like I did in the past with my training, and ended up burning out because I simply did too much for too long time, eating not eating enough, and with all other things coming in my life, I simply fucked up. And you should do the things you like. Do the things you like, do 80% of what works, and also try new stuff with the 20% time energy remained. Then see what the others people are doing, and do not do that, or at least see what works and what not, and try to understand what you can do, try to change something in the mix to have something different, to have a different outcome. And by looking at the outcome, you then try to fix the problems by reverse engineering the thing. For example, I suck at doing squats. My squat technique is not great. I believe I want to improve my squat technique. So instead of just trying to tomorrow squat 200 pounds, I try to break the squat form, my squat form, and the technique you need down into different parts, into, for example, 3 parts: the beginning, the hinge part, and then squatting back down and coming up. And if I do that, I simply can understand far more easily where my problem is, where that problem is, if it is like a joint problem, if it is a knee problem, if it is like ankle mobility problem, and then you can fix that, because it's far more easy to fix and learn something a little step at a time, instead than try to understand everything at once and doing one whole big ass leap by simply, okay, I'm hyped up, then I try to squat with too much weight, and you fuck up because you do not have the strength or the technique to simply do that. And like I said, if you're trying to achieve something new, you should change as much as possible the environment you are in. Like I did, I had to move out in order for myself to be free again, to feel free and simply be myself, because I had to force me to be and pretend to be something, somebody, someone which is not who I am. And it's really fucking heavy, especially because I had to do that for a long, long, long time. But now I am able to understand that everything is in your power. You can change your whole life by changing what you do. Every single action you have on day to day is based on you, and you have the power. The simple willing of make an action is enough to change everything. And that for me is so hyping, so empowering, that is like feeling everything again, because I can change how I see and how my life will be in the future. Because I really, like I said, like to plan long term. I don't want to be good tomorrow. I want to be good from a few years from now, and nobody will stop me. So if you find this video helpful, I really hope that it can change the way you see things. And simply, if you're trying to, I don't know, move out to a different place or be better at quite anything, which can be a stronger person, be a better gym goer, be a better content creator, simply try to implement these types of things in your daily schedule, and you probably will be much better. Now, I want to simply put one thing in order. I am really grateful for all the things I have, and you should not try to live simply to get better, but you should also enjoy what you do. Don't just focus on, oh shit I have to do, or shit I have to achieve, or shit I have. You don't shit. You simply want. And by wanting, by willing to achieve something, get better, study more, know more people, be a better speaker, be a better version of yourself. Those are all desires, and desiring things, it's a human nature. That is why we tried to reach the sky. That is why we achieved touching the moon. And it's just cool. Try to be better. Don't desire new heights, but don't focus on the fact that you do not have the things right now. Aim high, but look long. Way more long than you probably are looking now. By the way, I am a certified personal trainer and can help you achieve the change you may be wanting in your life. And if you're interested, I have a personal coaching online. And if you are trying to, like I said, be better, then check me out. Well, I hope this video helped a lot of people, and if that did so, then please comment below and say thank you, or simply upload. Well, I hope you enjoyed the thing, and see you next time.